Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back from the ad break. You are still watching Prime Life. Now, this evening, we are joined by Sheena O'Connell, who is now with us in studio, and she's the founder of Prelude Tech. And tonight, we will be speaking about PyCon Africa 2025. Now, with her passion for tech and women empowerment, Sheena is here to share her insight on this premier gathering of tech enthusiasts and open source enthusiasts and also tech visionaries. Sheena, thank you so much for joining us on Prime Live and welcome.
It's good to be back.
Thank you so much. Now, can you walk us through what PyCon Africa actually is?
All right, so in essence, it's a conference. PyCon conferences exist all around the world. You get PyCon US, PyCon Italia, they're all over the place. And
Yes.
Here in South Africa, we typically, we run a thing called PyCon South Africa every single year. PyCon Africa is a conference that roams around the continent. Last year was in Accra, Ghana. This year, it's happening here. So it's happening in Joburg, in the Wanderers. And basically the PyCon Africa International Committee and the local Python organizers are joining forces to put this thing together. And it's a conference, but it's community run, it's completely volunteer run, and it's completely non-profit. It's just about supporting the community and bringing all the wonderful Python nerds together.
That sounds brilliant. Now, PyCon Africa seems to be pretty diverse and a vibrant event. How do you ensure that the programming and the content that's provided there is inclusive and accessible to all the attendees that are there?
Okay, so there's a couple of different layers to it. The one is that we make sure that the attendees themselves are quite diverse.
Okay.
So we tend to bring people in from all levels of their own personal development. So we'll get people who are quite new and still learning,
Okay.
and we'll get people who are professionals and they've been in the business for like 20 plus years, and everything in between. So there's a big diversity of skill set. South Africa's a rainbow nation, so we have a diversity of people from that. We also do a lot around financial assistance. So we work to raise funds that we can use to help folks come in, people who wouldn't usually be able to make it. And we do have a diversity bend there. So we'll try to bring in people from different countries who wouldn't be able to attend otherwise. Yeah.
And let's talk about impact. What impact do you hope PyCon will have on the, Africa's tech community, but also in terms of creating innovative solutions and just building the community itself?
Okay, so it's a bit of a long game that we're playing. To say there'll be an immediate impact, maybe not. But I can personally say that I've been impacted quite a lot by these conferences. This is why I'm involved. There's a couple of different ways that people get impacted. One is by learning cool things, like the talks are fantastic. There are a lot of interesting ideas being shared and new technologies and new ways of working and thinking, and that can be very, very impactful. So that's one way that I've been impacted. Another way is by putting different types of people on the stage. So role models are incredibly powerful, and so we try to get some of those. If you watch somebody talk and you're like, wow, I could be like that, then that's very, very powerful. And then the last is community. So connecting people and getting them to talk about the things that they're passionate about is a very, very powerful thing. So personally as well, I've benefited quite a lot from the community aspects of the various PyCons around the world. And it's fantastic who you can rub shoulders with and what kinds of ideas you walk away with and what kind of collaborators you walk away with as well. So it's really a mixing pot, and that's very powerful.
I mean, that's beautiful. Let's talk about someone that's watching right now, new into the world. They want to come and attend the conference. What can they expect?
Okay, so we will have an orientation session right in the beginning that'll tell people about how everything works and where everything is. But the basic idea is that we want to create a place that's very, very welcoming and as friendly as possible. I mean, it's a programming conference. There's a lot of awkward nerds, and so a lot of people will look at this and they'll say, I feel too shy to go. Maybe I'm not going to fit in. But it's a conference that's got a lot of misfits, and so it's really quite a warm and wonderful place to bring your strange self. Yeah, I think. What else can they expect? So the community is quite warm and welcoming. There will be good conversations. The speakers, whoever gets up on stage, will also be very, very keen to have a conversation with you about whatever they spoke about. There are a lot of social events as well. Lunch is great. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to connect. Yeah.
And how do we book for this? How do we register? Where is the event happening, and also when?
Okay.
And share with us if there's any costs, like ticket prices and all of that.
Okay, cool. So it's happening in October. So it starts on the 8th, ends on the 12th, and it's at Wanderers Club in Alovo, Johannesburg.
Okay.
Then how to get tickets, go to africa.pycon.org, so africa.pycon.org, and go to the tickets page. You'll be able to get some stuff there. Right now, early bird tickets are on sale, so things are quite discounted at the moment. It's not going to be like that forever, so act quickly. We have different tiers of tickets, so there's corporate tickets are the most expensive. Like if somebody's got an organization and they're buying tickets for their, then that's the most, But then at the lower pricing rungs, we have education tickets, so that's for not only students but staff and faculty. And we have pensioner tickets as well. We also have online tickets. So if you aren't able to make it in person to the event, if you want to take part from home, then that's also completely fine. We live stream everything.
Oh, that's beautiful. And just as we bring our conversation to the end, what's the last message that you'd like to leave with us about PyCon Africa? And also, I know you did say what they can expect, but maybe just broaden it up for those who are watching right now on what they can benefit from this event professionally and personally.
All right. So professionally, you can learn a lot. So I've gone to PyCon events where I've learned enough that it's really changed the trajectory of my career. And this is not a unique experience. So learning about the tech is a big, big deal. And I think in this day and age, they say it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And that's kind of true, kind of not. I mean, when it comes to software development, you need to know your stuff. But there are different ways of standing out among the crowd. And one of those ways is by knowing the crowd and being known by them. So showing up and just adding value in some way yourself is a really, really good way to get noticed. It's powerful. So I think those are the main career things that a person can look for. And like, honestly, you'll make friends. Like Python friends are great. Like the community's lovely. Then some other things about it. I think there are very, very few organizations that are tech-based that don't benefit from Python in some way. I mean, there are certain Python projects that, like, if you just turn them off, the global GDP would go like that. It's like very, very well used. And it's mostly volunteer driven, like the whole ecosystem, it's open source. And so there are many, many people who benefit. So it's worth supporting that community. So so show up, take part in some way. We are also looking for sponsors, so if there are organizations who want to just support the community, then there's information on the website about that. I think that's about that.
I mean, Sheena, thank you so much for joining us and just for sharing with us about what we can expect in terms of the upcoming event, PyCon Africa. So thank you so much for your time.
Awesome.
Viewers at home, that was an amazing conversation that I just had with Sheena O'Connell on the PyCon Africa event that's happening in October. Make sure that you do head over to the website just to get more information, just in case if you forget, because it's in October. Set those reminders. Make sure that you are joining this beautiful tech community. But without wasting any time, let's go to a quick break. We'll see you right after this.